Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking on how to cut and sew a native cap which is called fila. So these are the fabric we are going to be using. We will need our art stay and we will need our ashoke. Is it ashoke or ashofe? Any one of the two can call it. And we need our lining. I'm using doll face for the lining. So you will need your scissors, your tape rule, and you will need your chalk definitely. So let's get back to work. The first thing you are going to do when you want to make a native cap is you are going to do an horizontal, just as I showed just now. You know the actual key is always four corner like this, but this one, just can you see that the first thing you are going to do is this. After you are done with this, the next thing you are going to do now is your measurements. The measurements we are using for this fabric is the measurement of 22.5 is the head circumference of the owner of this cap. So this measurement that you're doing, that you are just seeing on the screen now, where I put my measurement, I put it here from here. I'm going to use 8. Let me tell you the reason why for this 8. The reason why for this 8 is how high you want the fila, the cap to be, how high you want it to be. That's why I use 8, and also for the head circumference. You understand? So you measure 8 at the both sides. You measure 8 on this end. You will come to this end too. You will measure your 8. It depends on how you want it. You can use 9. You can use 10. Do you understand what I mean? So you are going to cut 4 pieces of this. I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces of this with the head of someone that is 22.5. The cap is not for me, it's for a customer. So can you see that? So you just chalk it out. After doing that, you cut it out. Can you see that? So after cutting, you now use the piece that you just cut now. You use it to cut the remaining 3 pieces, making 4 pieces. Can you see that? So this is what we have here. We have our 4 piece here. So this is how you are going to join it. I'll still show you more on this by the time I get to the machine. So this is how you are going to join the 4 pieces together. Can you see that? So, and I told you that we are using the head of 22.5. So what I have here is more than that, is more than enough. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I will cut out the one I'm going to use to cover the body of the cap. The cover side, the one I'm going to use to cover it. So for the cover one, I think I want to use 8. I'm going to use 8. Just as shown, that is 4. 4 plus 4 because it's on fold. So that makes it 8. So I want you to pay very, very close attention to this. I'm going to fold it. Can you see? So I'll just fold it like this. After this, I'll now fold it again as shown. Can you see that? Yeah, so can you see that? So after that, sorry for the camera, I don't know what really happened. So I just chalk out the place I'm going to. Can you see where I chalk? So I'll just cut it out. Yes, as shown. Can you see that? So that is the round circumference of the head of the person I want to sew this cloth for. This will give me exactly 22.5. It's on both ends. Give me exactly 22.5. If your head circumference is 23, you can still use this. It will still go with it. Do you understand? So I'm going to cut my interfacing for that. So that's what I'm cutting right now. I cut out the interfacing. For the main body, I will not cut the interfacing yet until I join the piece together. So you will sew it round. After sewing round, you just do your weaving. You weave it. So this is what we have here. Let's get back to work. Let's go on machine and sew it and join it together. But before that, let me cut out the stay for the cap. I'll be using 3 for the stay. For the stay, I'll be using 3 by since the person head is 22.5, maybe I'll cut 3 by 25 so that I can have more than enough, plus sewing allowance and stuff like that. It's better if it's excess than not enough, then I'll now be joining it. No, so I'll cut it out.
So this one you are going to sew it round just as I just showed now. So about this one, this is how you are going to place it. Just like you want to join your gele, the ATRJ side, that's where you will stitch together. Can you see that? Just stitch it. After done with one, you place another one just exactly the same way you place the first one. I'll show you that now. Can you see that? So just place it as shown. Just place it, yeah. So that's how you place it. You know we are joining four pieces together. So I'm done joining 3, remain 1. So you join the last one too. Just want to show you so that you won't mix it. So just join it. So we are done joining it. So I want you to pay very close attention to this because we are going to join this together. Can you see how I do it? Can you see that? So just place it on each other, just like you joined the previous one too. Just place it on each other and sew it. Do you understand? Just place it on each other and sew it together. Can you see that? Just sew it all through. So we are done doing that. So the next thing you do now is you take your measurement. What is there? What I have here is more than I need. I need 22.5, so I have enough. So the next thing you are going to do, if there is light, if you can just iron it. You can just press your iron on it before you cut it. And if you don't cut it, doesn't mean anything. If you don't iron it rather. So I'll cut it into 2 pieces. Yes, I'm done cutting it now. So this is what we have. So the next thing you are going to do now is we are going to gum our stay with the aṣọ òkè. We're going to use iron to join it together, to stay it together. Here you get. So let's do that. Let's iron it. So let's iron it. Let's gum it together. After joining it together, the next thing we are going to do, I'll be showing you. But let's add the stay already. So we are done with our stay. We are done with adding our stay. So before we do anything, let's first cut our interfacing, which is our lining. You know, I told you earlier that we can't cut the lining until we join it together. Then we use it to cut out our lining. So we cut out the lining. After cutting the lining, then we'll move to the next procedure. So we are done with the lining. Just put the lining somewhere and let's go back to work. So this one is not compulsory. This one is depending on your choice. So I'm going to be stitching straight line on the stay. Just as you can see, I'll stitch this straight line. I'll stitch like 10 lines. Just make sure that it's straight. Stitch like 10 lines. It depends on your choice. You can stitch 5 lines. You can stitch more than 10 lines. But me, I'll be stitching 10 to 9 lines on this. So I'm done stitching it. This is my lines. You can't see it very well, but the line is there. You will see it later. Don't worry. So this is the line at the back. It's shown very well. So I'm done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my interfacing, which is the lining. I'll stitch it now. Lining. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and always also like my channel. And please do comment. Please comment if what I'm doing is not right. Just place a comment. You understand? And if you like my video, always comment something so you understand. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate you big time. So you are going to place your lining as shown. You are going to place it on the good face. So you place it on the good face just to turn the fabric. Can you see that? So we are done with that. So the next thing I'll be doing is top stitching. I'll top stitch after joining it. I'll open it and I'll now top stitch like this. I'll top stitch it. Can you see that? So when you are done with that, the next thing you are going to do is you are going to fold it. This is it after stop stitch. Then you fold it together. Can you see that? It's very simple. To make a cap is so simple. You understand? Just have the understanding of the measurements, and also, so the measurement we are using for the edge circumference is 22.5. 22.5 divided by 2, because this is, you're going to fold it. 22.5 divided by 2 will give us 11 and quarter, not even 11 and a half. 11 and a half will give us 23. So it's 11 and quarter. Can you see that? 11 and quarter. So I'll roll it out. Then I'll stitch it. I'll not cut it. I just show you that place. So before you cut it, at least put a little bit inside. Like at least, if you don't put at all inside, put ½ inch. But this one I'll be putting 1 inch inside, because you know it's filler. By the time they start putting it on their head, so that it will not loose. So it's better if there is enough, at least little bit of fabric inside. I hope you understand that. And to be able to open it very well when you want to iron it. So those are the things. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to press our iron on it. You have to you definitely need to iron it, so that it will lay very well. So we will iron it. So you understand? You're going to press your iron on this. So this is it. Pressing our iron on it already. So we are done with that. So the next thing you are going to do is you are going to turn it. I want you to pay very close attention to this. When you are turning it, make sure that the actual okay is a little bit inside, at least ½ an inch, so that the lining will not show when they are putting it on their head, just as shown. Can you say that? That is how you fold it inside. You go and press it again. After turning like this, you press your iron. You iron it very well, because it's what you iron that is going to be there forever.
Sure, you understand what I mean. If you don't iron it, it will not come out nice. So you iron every step by step. Every little things you iron it. You understand? Thank you. So you press your iron on it. After ironing the inside, you iron the outside too. So we are done ironing. So the next thing you are going to do is you are going to secure both ends together. You are going to stitch it together, the ashoke and the lining at the edge. Just stitch it together. After stitching, you trim. You trim the excess because definitely there will be excess. So you treat out the excess. So first of all, we stitch it together. So I'm done stitching it together. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put the cap, as in the upper place, the one we cut separate. We are going to sew it together. Then our cap is ready after sewing it together. But before that, let me show you how you are going to sew this together. First of all, you are going to use your pin to pin it all through. That is, you are going to pin it all round. You will pin that thing with this, with a bigger one. You pin the smaller one with the bigger one all through. Pin it together. After pinning, that's when you are going to sew, because you definitely need to pin it in case if it's big. But if you measure it rightly, it will not be bigger. So you understand, if your measurement is correct. So now we are going to stitch it. So this is it after joining together. So but the next thing you are going to do is you are going to weave it. You will weave the edge, so that because this is not neat enough, you will weave the edge. But before that, let me turn it for you to see the outcome. So this is it. I believe you can see the lines that I make the other time, the lines I make earlier. I believe the line is shown. Yeah. So the next thing we are going to do now is ironing. Ironing is very, very important because it is what you iron there that they will be using. I hope you understand. So let's go and iron it. The reason why I put this iron inside is because the iron is small. You understand? If it's electric iron, I believe it will be bigger than this. But so far, the fact that the iron is small and it can contain the cap, so I just feel like let me just put it inside and iron it. You understand? So make sure that you press it very well. iron it. The ironing is very, very important. Like I said earlier, it's very important that you press your iron on it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to like my channel, and don't forget to click on the notification button so that you will be notified whenever I posted a video. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. I love you. And so I want you to see this because I'm going to test it and you are going to see it on my head. I just got to iron it very well, and I don't want to fast forward that. I want you to see the process. So our cap is ready to use. So this is our cap. Can you see that? So your cap is ready. It's very, very simple. Sincerely speaking, it is so simple. Thank you so much for watching my channel. So this is our cap. This is it. Yeah, thank you. Bye.